Hello, I'm Michael, and you're watching Southern Cyborg Cooks. Today, Dad couldn't be here, so I'm filling in. Today, we're going to be making a bourbon chocolate pecan pie. It's going to be good. So to get started, we're going to make the dough. To make the dough, you're going to need 1 4-ounce stick of butter, 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 cup of cold water. Let's get to it. First, I'm just gonna get this butter chopped up some. So easy. A caveman could do it. Now, if you have a food processor, I recommend using that. But this is the by hand method. Once this butter is all ready, we are going to take this 1 1/4 cups of flour, add it to the bowl. We're going to add our sugar, our salt, and then our butter. So in this bowl, we're just going to start mixing this up, and we're going to mix it until the butter's incorporated with no pieces bigger than about a pea size.
Now remember, you want to use ice cold water and very cold butter for this step. It'll make all the difference.
Alright, we have this looking about how we want it with the butter combining with the flour. Now we're getting ready to do the step of adding the water, but I've been told before you add the water, you're going to want to put some flour on your workstation. So I'm just going to try to get this spread out a bit. Okay, so we are going to start adding some of this water. I'm going to put about half in, and I'm just going to start mixing it in. All right, that's incorporating in there. So I'm going to take the other half and put that in. All right, so I'm going to continue mixing this up until it starts to really look like the consistency we want it. So this is starting to look really good. I'm just going to put it down and start kneading some.
Turn the dough out onto a floured surface, fold it about 5 times, and form it into a ball.
All right, this is looking about how I want it. I'm just going to wrap it in some plastic and then put it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. Okay, so we've had time for our dough to chill in the freezer, so we are going to start on our pie filling. You can see all of these ingredients linked in the description. You need 2 cups of pecans, 3 large eggs, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 2/3 cups of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of butter. We are going to melt that before we put it in. 3 tablespoons of bourbon, and we will grab that just before we put it in. And then optionally, you can put 1/2 teaspoon of salt, but what's not optional is the 3/4 cup of semisweet chocolate. We are going to start out, you always want to roast any nuts you're going to use, so we are going to put these on this baking sheet and get them roasted. So it's pretty easy, you just spread them out, like so. And then I'm going to throw these in the oven, and we'll come back to you whenever that is done. Alright, it's been about 8 minutes and our pecans are resting behind us. While those were baking, I went ahead and rolled out this dough. So we're going to go ahead and get it transferred to the pan. Okay, now that we've got this in, we're just going to trim the edges and then put it back in the refrigerator while we get the rest of the ingredients mixed up. You can stop it. Alright, while you guys were away, we went ahead and put our pecans in our Ninja, and it went ahead and chopped these guys real fast. It got a little aggressive, but we're going to roll with it. So the next thing to do is to go ahead and mix all of our wet ingredients. So I'm just going to go ahead and put all of these in.
just want to mix it all up real good. That's all there is to it.
All right, we've got those mixed together, so we're gonna go ahead and add our salt and sugar. And sugar.
Just like before, get us a good mix.
Now we're gonna add the chocolate chips.
You can melt the chips if you want to do that.
All right, and then we're gonna add our pecans. All right, now we're just gonna mix all this together until it's well combined. All right, we are all mixed up. We are gonna go ahead and add the filling into the pie. We want to make sure we get all of it in there. All right, our pie crust is filled. Now we're just going to put it in the oven, and we'll see you in about 55 minutes. All right, pie's out of the oven. We'll see you after dinner. All right, dinner is over, and we are going to try this pie. Went ahead and cut it, and couldn't resist. I had to add some vanilla ice cream, but we're going to dig in and see how it tastes. Mm-hmm. Wow. I did a good job. It's really good, and you can definitely taste the 2 ounces of Maker's Mark that I snuck in there. So, Dad's home. Hopes he enjoys it. Alright, this is Michael signing off from Southern Cyborg Cooks. And then lastly, you're going to need 3/4 of a cup.
Ooh. Blooper.
Listen, little eggs. Okay. Where were we? Oh, okay. So, and then optional, you have 1. Okay, we're gonna start out by, Mom. I'm gonna go to the store while this is in there and buy some vanilla ice cream. Alrighty, it's after gotta look at the camera.